Everyone. I hope you can hear me. I can see a lot of people are watching this, and so we're also getting a lot of people joining now. That's great. Okay, so today we are going to talk about. In fact, this will be a Sunday live. We missed the last Sunday because I was out of town and I was not able to go live there. Of course, because of different reasons. And today we are talking. I will try to answer your questions, and you can ask me anything. You can pick up any questions, and I will try to answer most of the questions today. We have a time of let's say 25, 30 minutes, and then I will try to answer as much as possible. Okay, so let's everyone join so that we can start with this thing. Let me just pick up some questions from the live chat. Okay, should I take from this one because it's difficult to see there. Um, okay, it's taking some time to load. I don't know why. So there are some certain updates I have done with my vacation. I was busy with 3 to 4 stuff, and one of them was preparing for blockchain hyperledger course. So I know this is one of the most weighted course on this platform for Hyperledger, which is a part of blockchain, of course. So when I say Hyperledger course, it is a blockchain course, and we are going to launch it soon on the Telusko platform. Um, so you will get the option of pre-booking. Let's see how we can plan it. But that's the thing, the course is on the way. Finally, it's on the way. Okay, let me just pick up the questions and we can answer that. So a lot of people are saying hi. आप लोग कैसे हैं? Balram says okay. Hi, Balram. Um, okay, how to become a competitive programming and how much time it will take? See, for anything, in fact, I'm getting this question. Not just for competitive programming, for everything, how much time it takes. See, it's very subjective, right? It changes from person to person. Maybe if something takes me for, let's say, 1 week, it might take 2 days for you, or it might take 1 month for you. So it all depends how much time you invest. It all because in number of days as well. So let's say if I can spend 5 hours a day, maybe someone can spend 10 hours a day. Someone can spend only half an hour from a day. And second, the consistency, how consistent you are with a particular thing. So some people they start with something, they do it for 1 week, and after that they think, hey, let's skip. I mean, they just look for the excuses so that they can skip it, and then after 1 week they come back. What happens, once you take a break of let's say 2 to 3 days, you will lose the track, and that's very important. You have to keep a track. So it's very subjective. It might take less time or more time to you. But then how do you do something? So there's not specific to competitive programming, there's for everything. See, there are two ways of doing it. The first one is you plan it, right? So if you want to achieve something, you plan for it, you get prepared for it, you look for the prerequisites, and then you start with it. The second way of doing it is just jump into it. I know that's tricky, right? Because when you jump into some technology, or if you jump into some type of thing, example, it's a computer programming. Now you don't know how to do well and how to win events there, or how to even solve a problem. What happens, when you do it for the first time? Of course, there's a 99% chance that you will not be able to do it. In fact, I tried at my start of my career doing computer programming, and I failed miserably. And it takes some time for you to understand how everything works, because even when I read some of the problem statements, it was difficult for me to understand the problem statement. Let's not talk about even the coding part of it. So it takes time. So maybe when you jump into it, you'll understand something about it, and then you can do step by step process. So understand the problem statement, trying to solve the problem. Doesn't matter if you're solving it first or last. At least you should be able to solve the problem first, and then you can think about the time. So maybe if the event was of 4 days, you were able to do it in maybe 10 days. That's fine. You can improve it, and you can improve the time. But you also need to improve your logical skills, work on your logical skills, there are a lot of books available for improving your logical skills, how to solve a particular problem. Or maybe you can talk to some of the experts who are into computer programming, see how they are doing it, and then you can mimic it. That's when you can do it. Uh, okay, question is from Prashant. Hi, good evening. I'm Prashant Pandey from UP. Okay. I'm doing BSc IT, so actually I want to become data scientist. Give me some ideas. So if you are doing your graduation in IT, of course you know a lot of different stuff available, and most of the courses or most of the degree nowadays they have a Python as the language, right? So you got the advantage that you know some of the language, maybe a Python. Now, the next step is you can do some paid course or you can go for the free courses. So if you can just go to YouTube and if you search for data scientist course or data science course, uh, there will be a lot of playlists available. Check out one of the playlists and get some idea about the course. I have seen a lot of people they try to learn, they try to understand everything in first go. Sometimes it is difficult. First, you have to understand what is data science and what you can become after doing the course. And then you have to create a plan for it. Maybe complete the prerequisite first, like Python is one of the prerequisite, and then you can start with the course. But then once you watch some of the videos from the free course, you can also go for the paid courses. Now again, that's tricky which one to go for. Uh, so my thumb rule is Udemy is one of the best place. The only thing is you can't actually trust the author. What you can do is you can buy the course. Of course, they have the 30 days return policy, and you can, if you don't like it, you can come back. The only thing you are wasting here is time because you have to check out the course because money is not going anywhere because you will get the refund. The next way of doing is you can join the classes. Okay, we can talk about that in some time, but that's fine. That's how you do it. So start with a language, since you know you're into BSIT, so you don't have to worry much about that. You know a language, then you can start with the data science course. Start from YouTube, it's best way to do it. Uh, okay, this question is from Vidur, and the question is laptop under 30K. Uh, okay, I was supposed to make a video of the best laptop for programmers, but I guess this is not specifically for programmers. But still, this channel is focusing more on programmers. Let me talk about that. See, when you buy a laptop, it doesn't matter for what's your range. It does matter actually. So first, you have to define what amount of laptop you need. In fact, I have a video on laptop, best laptop. How can you buy a laptop? It still makes sense for this year. Of course, the recommendations will not work, but it still works in this year as well. So what you have to do is first you have to understand why you need a laptop. Is it for business use? Is it for personal use? Is it for maybe programming use? Is it for gaming? Now, once you define what type sort of laptop you need, maybe a gaming machine. Of course, you can't expect a gaming machine in under 10,000. So of course, you don't have an option there. You have to increase your budget. But if you need for programming purpose, of course, again you have to divide into multiple things. Whatever programming you're going to do. For web development, you don't need a high config, but in case if you are looking for if you want to design your images, if you are looking for, let's say, Photoshop in your machine, then you need a good CPU, a good RAM. Uh, 8 GB of RAM is enough if you have tight on budget. i5 machine under 30K will be difficult, but maybe you can try the AMD series. They have some good laptops under 30K. 30K. So that's how you decide which laptop to buy. Okay, so we also got a super chat. How do I pick up those super chats? Okay, that's tricky. So looking for super chat is tricky. So we got one from Sashank, and I guess we got two, but one from Sashank, and the question is, sir, your Java videos enough to become a full stack? No. So the Java videos which I have uploaded is only for the backend purpose, right? So which is the, let's say if you're using core Java, then you have to go for Spring Framework. Now Spring Framework, we're talking about the backend. So when you say full stack, it also includes the front end, which I'm not talking about. But yes, we do have a course on the platform which is for JavaScript. Now we don't have it for HTML, so it's not full stack. But yes, if you want to get mastery in Java in the backend, the course is enough. There was one more super chat which was there. I'm not able to find it now. Oh yeah, so it is from Yash, and the question is, what other hot field if not data science? There are many nowadays, so every new field is hot field nowadays, right? I don't know who creates this hype. I guess there is someone who is creating all this hype, maybe the people who are working on this domain, or the publishers. If they write a new book, they want to, uh, they want to create a hype about it. So if not data science, there's a machine learning. There are different fields in that. Then we have blockchain. Then we have IoT. Then we have AR, VR. Then there are a list of things you can do. In fact, the things which were there famous earlier still make sense now. AWS is there. Not just AWS, we have different cloud platforms. You can go with that. Cybersecurity has a very good future. So you can think about that. In fact, cybersecurity is one of the most important thing coming up in the future, right? Because we are making everything digital, right? We want everything online. Even the cars will be online. I mean, okay, so the self-driving cars are there, which will be run by AI and which needs a continuous internet connection. And for that, you need a good security as well. So cybersecurity is one of the biggest field coming up. Okay, I got one more super chat, and this was okay. I can't see your name, but thank you for the super chat. Something with S I've seen on that phone. But the moment I looking at this, it says message retracted. That's bad. Okay. Future. So this question is from Bharat, and the question is future of full stack in India. It's great. It's actually great because it took some time for full stack to be implemented properly in India, because most of the companies they were having different resources for different job. Let's say for front end we have an expert, for back end we will have an expert. But then all these startups they started hiring full stack developers because they thought it will be better in terms of money. You don't have to pay for two people. You can pay one. Of course, the salary will be higher. The second advantage is there is always a gap. So let's say if you have two resources, one who is into front end and one is into back end, there will be a communication gap. And to improve that, they thought, let's go for full stack. But now, not just startups, all the companies looking at the startup domain, they thought, hey, that's a good idea. Let's start hiring full stack developer. So it has a good future. Okay, we got a super chat from Sai. Thank you so much, Sai, for the super chat. Okay, about quantum computing. In fact, we have talked about this type of videos before about quantum machines, quantum computers. It's there. It's coming from last 4 years, right? So I first read about it maybe in year 2015, and from that time I was thinking, hey, the future is different. We'll be having quantum computers by 2020. We will be having quantum machines, but it's not there, right? So it's not publicly available now. Yes, you can use quantum computing as a service. So I guess some companies are providing it. I guess D-Wave is doing that. It will take some time for quantum to have that hit so that it can be used in public domain, because it is tricky to work with that machine, right? You need resources, not just normal laptop. You need a huge amount of resources for that. To know more, there's a video on YouTube by Google how they are building quantum machines, and it works well. Okay, so there is a super chat from Dougal. Thank you so much, Dougal, for the super chat. And the question is, I'm an analyst at GS Associate. Does analyst have any future? Should I switch to developer? In terms of future, I'm not sure about what type of work you do in your company or what type of profile you have there, because analyst has different profiles. You're a data analyst, is that you're saying? Then see, as of now, it has a good scope. See, every domain has a good scope. I can't talk much about it because I'm not a master in data analysis. But one thing is for sure, if you are doing if you are doing data analysis, you have to be good at it, because as of now, there's no huge competition, but it is going up, and it will be a good skill set if you have a development skill set with analysis, right? So don't switch, but do both if you can do that, and see what type of growth you're getting in your company then. Okay, how to begin with AI? That's a good question. In fact, I was talking to, I'm in a process of talking to one of my friend, or LinkedIn colleague, you can say LinkedIn connection. He is into machine learning, he is into AI, and together we are trying to create some videos. See, I'm not expert in AI, so I can't. I mean, I know about something about AI, but I don't want to give you the wrong information. So Akshat, he will be providing the content and I'll be making videos. I don't know how it will work because this is the first time I'll be using someone else's script. That's weird, I know, but I will try to make some videos on it about AI. Okay. When you are uploading videos on Android development with Java, no, it's done, right? I'm not going back to Android now. So I have been into different zones, So from last 5 years, from thanks to YouTube, I got a lot of opportunities. Now we don't get this sort of opportunities working for a company. If you're working on one technology, you have to work on that for a long time, and you can't experiment much. I'm not saying all companies, but few companies that don't. Okay. A lot of companies that don't experiment, right? So they ask you to work on one domain and you have to stick to it for a long time. It's good and bad at the same time. It's good because you are doing mastery in that domain, and bad because it's difficult for you. It will be difficult for you to switch if if there's a need. Now, thanks to YouTube, I was able to do a lot of different things at the same time. So I was into Java zone. I was into Android zone. I made a lot of videos on Android. I was into iOS zone. I was not able to make videos on iOS, but I loved it working on iOS. I was into cloud zone. I worked on OpenShift. I worked on Google Cloud. I worked on AWS, and I enjoyed all those different domains. AWS was my favorite. Then I was into again, I went back to Java. I was into Kotlin zone. I was, and now I'm into blockchain zone. I'm not sure how long I'll be in that domain, in this domain of blockchain, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying all these different domains. Okay. So yeah, the question was for Android, so I'm not going to make Android videos again. Is Go worth learning in 2020? Yes. I read an article which states, and I forgot where I read it, which states that all the Python developers, okay, not all, most of the Python developers, they are looking Go as the next step. I don't know why. Maybe there might be different reasons. So it was a survey, and it was conducted to most of the Python programmers, and they wanted to learn Go. Now, why is the case? Why developers want to shift to Go? Is because Go is fast. Okay, I'm not saying Python is slow. It is, but of course you can optimize it. But Go is better in a lot of different sense. It is better in terms of performance. It is better in terms of support. It's better for web development as well. So it's not bad to have both. Okay, one question distracted me here by भैया मेरी maid क्यों नहीं आई? That's weird. Okay. Maybe it's time to hire a new maid, buddy. Are you going to upload videos in PyShark? You never know. I've been talking to different people about this, and if I can get a content, yes. Okay, there's an open announcement. I'll be doing this on LinkedIn as well. I got some mails from some of the existing trainers. They want to be a part of Telusko, and that's a welcome thing. I will be planning something so that other people can share their knowledge on this platform. And if you are one of them, you can mail it to connect@telusko.com, connect@telusko.com. And if you want to be a trainer on Telusko, how to store medical data in private blockchain? Oh, that's the thing, right? So if you want to store medical history, it will be huge amount of data, right? And then the problem with blockchain is you need to have a small packet size. The another way you can do is you can store your data in somewhere else and you can create a hash of it and save it in the blockchain. That should be the best option. Because I was doing some POC for education videos, and not just for videos, even if you want to store images, it is damn bulky, right? And if you want to store them on blockchain, that's tricky because you'll be having a lot of replicas of it, and maintaining replicas will be difficult. Okay, we got another super chat. So learning course offline helps become full stack. See, all this thing is very subjective. For some people, they prefer online, like me. I always prefer online tutorials. For some people, they love offline classes. They want to go to go to our classes and they want to learn. So it all depends how you want to do it, how you love it. Uh, See, classroom is always better, provided you get a good trainer, because it's one-to-one interaction. But the only problem is, how do you trust a particular trainer? Because you join an institute, they will not tell you who the trainer is. Even if they mention who's a trainer, how can you get the track record of that person? Okay. So we got another super chat here from Vamsi, and the question is, first of all, thank you so much. A lot of people are giving super chat today. That's great. And the question is, I learned all the concepts in Python, including OOPS concept now. How do you get mastered in it? Second question, tips for Infitech. Is it for Infosys? I'm not sure about Infosys or InfitTQ. But if you want to master, see, once you know the concept, the only way to master it is build projects or build applications. No matter how much you read, even if you buy books, even if you read a lot of other videos, your concept will not change, right? It will remain the same level. What will change is if you start building projects. Okay, so we got a super chat, another super chat. I guess one I missed up there. So we got a new member, Shravan Kumar. Welcome, Shravan, to the channel. Do we have any other question here? Let me pick up some more questions. There's a question, Manraj. Where's the question? Where can I learn algorithm for free? There are a lot of videos on YouTube. You can learn it for free from there. I mean, there are tons of videos available. Or you can buy a book, which also works fine. Or you can buy a book for algorithms. Or okay, those are the two resources. Yeah, buying book worth, because see, I'm not a big supporter of buying books. I don't buy books myself much. Yeah, I do buy books, but then not tech books, because the problem with tech books is, let's say if you buy a book on Java 10, in next 6 months there will be new versions, right? So your book is outdated. That's the problem. But then algorithm is one of the concept which will not change frequently, right? It's there. It's already we have so many algorithms to learn, uh, so you can do that. Okay, Yash says I missed a super chat, and that's the thing. I'm not able to get all the super chat today. I don't know why. Okay. How do I get? Okay, so we got a super chat now, and this question is from Yesh. Okay, yeah, thank you, Yesh. Amount of fields in IT make me okay, anxious. Oh, that's the word. Okay, what to do? It's there for everyone. It's not just you. It's there for everyone. Everyone feel uncomfortable looking at the options they have. So what you can do is stick to first complete the basics of it. I mean, like learn a programming language, learn algorithms, learn database concept, learn about networking. And once you know the basics of everything, then start doing some advanced concept, maybe web development in Java, maybe web development in Python, and go step by step. And at one time, you will realize what you like. Okay, so if you keep all the options open for you, it will be confusing, but stick to one or two technologies and you will do good. Last few questions and then we are done. It's already been 24 minutes. Okay, next question is what? Can I get a job by only learning C++? Why not? There are still some job available for C++, a lot of jobs actually. But then you can't simply say, hey, I know C++, then I'm good. You need to do mastery in it. And one big update, I don't know, should I share this on YouTube live? Uh, from a long time, from last 1 year, I have been getting a lot of requests for PUBG, a lot of from subscribers and then from my friends. And then I used to avoid it because, see, one of the reasons we should avoid games is because, especially like PUBG, it is very addictive. And then I was trying to avoid it, but 2 weeks back, I played first game of PUBG. I was not that happy with it, and then I played another game, and now from last few days, I'm spending most of my time on PUBG. Okay, this will going to end in next 1 or 2 days because that's the thing which with me. I start with something, a new game, I play it for 1 week, and then I leave it. Uh, so that's crazy, right? So let me know your experience with the PUBG as well in the chat. I will read it afterwards. Okay. Okay, last one question, and then we are good. I will talk on next Sunday. What do you have a question there? Is Java better than Python? Kind of, yeah. Okay, last one question, then we are done. What is enterprise market and web development? Enterprise market, see, a lot of different companies they are creating web solutions now. Those days are gone when we used to have standalone applications. Now we have web applications for internal app as well. So it's not just the public website which you're talking about; it's everything, the services, right? So every company they have their own services now. And if you want to use those services, I mean, if they want you to use those services, they have to create web applications or REST services or web services. So yeah, that's the thing. Most of the companies they have it, so that's the enterprise market for it. So that's it from this live session. We'll connect next week again next Sunday. I hope, yeah, at least we can go live next Sunday. I have some celebration going on next Sunday, so but at least we can go live. So that's it, everyone. Bye bye. See you in this next live, and wait for the blockchain course. It's coming up, and some more Python videos on YouTube. Bye, and hit that like button, everyone, if you enjoyed.